In this lesson, we're going to talk about a product called Cisco UCS Director, which is a turnkey solution or an appliance-based solution that is used inside the data center for orchestration and automation. Some of the key features of UCS Director are the fact that it can integrate at a bare metal level with your compute, your storage, and your network, as well as help you orchestrate and automate operating systems and virtual machines and even applications on top of those virtual machines and bare metal servers. The best part about UCS Director is that we can do this all through a single management interface, like you see in the lower left-hand corner. This interface is where end users, IT admins, and IT operations can log in to consume or configure the UCS Director appliance or policies in the UCS Director compliance. We also have an open API for integration into northbound services such as IT service management catalogs inside of your existing environment. From an end user standpoint, they will log in to the UCS Director portal where they will access a catalog that gives them the ability to enable different workloads inside of that catalog. The IT administrator will log in through the same portal, but be presented with a different menu that gives them the option to administer policies across the environment. The IT operations user will be able to log in and administer resource pools. Above and beyond that, UCS Director can automate and orchestrate your entire infrastructure, all the way from your storage, your compute, your networking, your virtual infrastructure, and your bare metal infrastructure. So this is one tool that you can use to provide, at a bare minimum, IT as a service for your infrastructure. Here are some of the actions or tasks that each type of user will be able to perform. For instance, a user can log into their portal and access their catalog, view their resources, perform lifecycle actions, and monitor their dashboard. Whereas an administrator can log in via the same portal and get much more functionality, such as be able to add users and do customer onboarding and resource onboarding, to be able to define inventory and different configuration management policies for physical, virtual, compute, as well as physical and virtual network, as well as physical and virtual storage, publish different catalogs for different users to have access to, create groups of resources that we call virtual data centers, do monitoring and reporting of those resources, as well as perform orchestration of those resources, and then apply cost models to those resources so that we can have a method of chargeback to IT departments if we would like to do that. We can also provide administration of public cloud offerings and enterprise systems integration. Let's take a quick look at the GUI and actually see what this looks like. Here we are at the portal. This is the same login interface that I would see whether or not I'm an end user or if I'm a network administrator. Let's go ahead and log in as a user. Here we can see, as I've logged in as an end user, I could see the number of VMs that I'm using, the number of UCS servers that I might be using, the different workflow or orders that I may have in place or in progress, the catalogs that I have access to, as well as the different approvals that I may have that are approved, rejected, or pending. If I take a look at my catalog and, for instance, click on Advanced, I can see that I have two items: an easy delete that allows me to turn off a VMware server and then delete it, and the creation of a VLAN. The other workflows that I have access to are creating Windows virtual machine, as well as creating a Linux virtual machine. But these catalogs could be different depending upon the user and the access that I have when I log in. Down at the bottom, I can also create a dashboard to monitor my resources. Let's take a look at what this looks like when I log in as an administrator. As you can see, I've logged in as the administrator, and my dashboard looks a lot different. Here I have some of my resources that I'm managing with UCS Director inside of my environment. I can see my vCenter configuration, my UCS Manager configuration, different networking switches that I have in my environment, whether that's my 7K, my 5K, or my ACI fabric, I can also see the storage that I have configured inside of my environment. And when I click on any of these, I can then go into and individually manage these resources. And from here you can see that I can also administer my UCS Director system. For instance, I can administer the licenses, my Active Directory or LDAP integration, the different users and groups that I have configured inside of the system. I can also manage my policies, such as the different catalogs that I create for the users to consume. Inside of these catalogs, I have different workflows. Some of them come standard with the system, and other ones I can build on my own. Here are some of the ones that come standard with the system. As you can see, there's ACI specific workflows, there's HyperFlex specific workflows, IBM virtual machine specific workflows, and then I can create my own custom workloads as I dig into the tool. As you can see, creating the workflows is a drag and drop type of scenario. So it becomes very easy to add and create your own workflows. Please join me for the next lesson, 12.2, Examining UCS Director Orchestration.